I'm a creator. I'm a writer by nature. By trade, I currently run strategic messaging and content marketing for a large tech company. If you look back at my history, I'm a filmmaker. This movie is now available at your local Blockbuster, so go down and grab it if you can find your local Blockbuster. Like most of the world, I kind of got wrapped up in this whole world of AI and generative AI, and I got swept up in the wave. And I went to South by Southwest last year, and I saw all the AI sessions, and I learned all this stuff about all the things, and synthetic media and everything else. And it changed me, and it changed how I thought about the work that I do, how I thought about the creative process. And it actually it kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone into a whole new world. So in addition to my job, I now have a side hustle of an AI marketing company. I've started a new podcast called AI as Fuck, which is an automated podcast, right? Where virtual Steve interviews virtual guests about real topics. So I love this world of AI. But what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling is there is this hesitance amongst many creatives and a lot of people to really embrace the potential of AI. You have this wave of stuff going, and everybody's like, "Oh, you can use GPT to generate ideas and do this and do that," and it's all been very surface layer and kind of very boring. And I kind of liken it to a piano, right? Like if you, a lot of people took piano lessons and then walked away and can't play anything today. And I think that's where GPT is, but there's a few people that are going to become virtuosos. And there's this great middle ground there as well. And so I think the talk track for me is that it starts with building a relationship with AI. If you haven't had a conversation with ChatGPT or with Bard, like a real conversation, like a back and forth type of conversation, right? Obviously, it's not a human to human conversation, but if you haven't had that conversation, you don't really understand the true potential of that. And when you look at the nature of creativity and the nature of creative collaboration, right? You look at something like, to create a movie, how many people weigh in on this process and all of those things. And adding AI into that mix has this way of removing creative blind spots and compelling you forward towards ideas that maybe you should explore, or getting you past bad ideas faster. So in that world, the potential is just amazing, right? It's just overwhelmingly good. Now, the third part of this, of course, is that acceleration of creativity is not easy for a lot of creative people. A lot of us are introverted. We don't like to be social. We don't necessarily want this barrage of crap out there. And that's what we're going to see. Like, we're just at the beginning of this process of seeing so many things. And so my hope is that AI has the ability to actually push us backwards into our personal relationships, right? Like those personal collaborations that are so valuable. And as you sort through the ideas, I believe that AI is actually going to make us more human, and the creative outputs that we have more compelling and more interesting for people.